The winner of this match and new World Wrestling Federation Champion, the Undertaker. The winner of this
settle up to the fragrance that reigns supreme. Arrogance, the purebred of men's cologne that loosens up even the most resistant female. Arrogance, it's a breed apart. Yes, and after all, it only makes good horse sense. The secret of my success, before every matchup, I pump up with this. Arrogance. It's today's man in a classic can. The fragrance that overwhelms, and pins down the competition. It's arrogance for men. Until we meet. Practice. You know, now there's a fragrance that puts it all on the line. Arrogance. Whether it's a forehand, a backhand, every shot's a winner because women never love it. Arrogance for men will make you the number one seed. One shot, and you'll be in the royal box. I don't know them. Here's something that really opens up my baby's carburetor. Come on, baby. Arrogance. Yes, the man's cologne that primes pistons. Yes, that makes spark plugs grow hotter. And that improves your engine's performance. I love it. And now, put the brakes on the mundane and accelerate into the fast lane with arrogance.
All that glitters is gold, and she's buying a stairway. She gets there, she knows. If the stores are all closed, with the word she can get. She's buying a stairway. There's a sign on the wall, but she wants to be sure. 'Cause you know sometimes words have by the road. There's a songbird who sings. Sometimes all of our thoughts are missing. there's a muscle in your control, do you know that? It's just this crinkly fake way. Yes, there are two ways you can go back, but in the long run, it's still time to change the road. Your head is from midnight, won't go because you don't know. The fire first calling you, but you didn't hear. Dear lady, can you hear the wind blow? If you know, your stairway lies on the wrist.
Welcome back, collective. Good evening. Collective. That very song has a particular meaning and symbology. Father says he doesn't know them. They've been denied entry. They've been denied entry. I'd like to introduce you once more to Opal, Lemuria, and Pyrite. Thank you to Jimmy Page and the gang for being a soundtrack for today. And also a special shout out to today's dedication episode to the Undertaker. Now, Okay, the very special message that we have today is, guys, ending. The Dark Angel. The Dark Angel is around Operation London Bridge at this moment. You know, opening today's episode, in literature, they say everybody's assigned the angel of death at birth. You know, he follows you. He appears. He appears, he collects, and he escorts those to the underworld. Now, these individuals are, you know, death is a transition. Death is a transition period. Death is the ultimate change, the ultimate transition. These individuals have refused to change. So they're going to be forced to change. So what we're going to do, guys, without further announcement, because when he arrives with no announcement. There's only one person, only Father knows the time and the date. You know, if each person is assigned a certain date from birth, each person is assigned an angel of death at birth. Playing with destiny, playing with universal law. They've proved themselves to not be. Guys, your wish fulfillment. Right off the bat, wish fulfillment, 9 of Cups. Your wish fulfillment. Your wish fulfillment. Okay, guys. Okay, guys. Your wish fulfillment. People being removed from your life. You're receiving everything you've ever wanted. Everything you've ever wanted. And more. So Father says, make no exceptions, have no expectations, because what you're going to receive is going to supersede your expectations. What you're going to receive is going to go far beyond what you ever would have imagined, more than you'd have ever imagined. In fact, you have a new beginning, a fresh start. You can see everything you've ever wanted. You know, your home life, your family life, your health, wealth, everything is going to be far exceeding what you'd ever would have imagined. Okay, guys. Now that's the first card of the day. That's nine of cups. Ultimate wish, ultimate wish fulfillment. On the day of the 17, which is also the star. The star is the wish fulfillment. So you have a double wish fulfillment. You have a double wish fulfillment. This is double confirmation. This is confirmation that you will receive everything and more. Okay, let's what else do we need? Right off the bat, it seems like, look, your home, new home, stability. New home, new stability. New home, new stability. You have a new home, new stability. Guys, you want... Okay, you have a new home, new stability. Family life. Wealth. Foundation, firm foundations. This is also your... This is also union with your counterpart. 211. 1111. 1111. Going through the portal. You're transforming, you're jumping timelines. You're jumping timeline collective. The portal. Wish fulfillment. Wish fulfillment, happy home. Wish fulfillment, happy home. Okay, so now you're rewriting the script. You know, these individuals are being written out of the timeline. They're being written out of the timeline. They're being written out of the timeline because they failed to secure their own path. This sort of reminds me of a monster. This has a monster's feel to it, a monster's ball. Okay, that's how you shuffle then. Okay, thank you. Thank you, collective. Almost nearly forgot how to shuffle there for a minute. These guys have been written out of the script. They've been written out of the script. They challenge father with the pen. The fact they challenge father with the pen, and father is erasing them out. You force my hand. Let's ask some questions about this individual. Why did they force father's hand in the first place? They lack the wisdom. They lack the knowledge. So then they'll... Let's get one more. Seven of Wands. Standing tall. Standing tall against your adversaries. There are no adversaries, but you're standing tall nonetheless. You know, this is keeping going. You know, you're keeping going. You're calling these people out. You know, yesterday we spoke about a projection. A projector is going to highlight. It's going to be like a highlight reel of their deeds. Okay, let's see one more question. Because you know, Father says, keep going, keep calling them out, keep going, keep calling them out, because they're being erased out. So you know, your power of speech collective, your power of speech is changing the actual timeline. You're changing the actual timeline. Every day, these individuals are waking up to a new reality that is diminishing their prospects. Okay, I'm being asked to go to the I'm being asked to go to the oracles because you know Father says you know he wants you to raise some points here. Okay, 80% organic portals. The number's gone up, guys. The number's gone up since then. The number has gone up since then. The number has gone up since then. For lack of a better word, these guys have sold out. They've sold their soul in exchange. In exchange. In exchange to a promise that they would be able to become you. They sold out to become somebody else. They sold themselves out to become someone else. And you know what? The kicker is here, guys. You know, shout out to people with the keys, keeper with the kipper with the kipper deck. These individuals are facing hard toil and labour for what they thought they could. But they've been sadly mistaken, because their narrative is to make you turn back on your holy words to Father before on your holy word. So what they'll do is try to confuse or muddy the waters and exchange their values for yours, and still not being able to maintain the value that you have. So they fall short every time. They fall short. They fall short every time. They not only devalue themselves, but they can't hold up to the value that was set by the other person. It's a knockoff. It's a knockoff, a complete knockoff. I mean, the devil has played them, double crossed them, triple crossed them. But in this case, it made no sense in the beginning. It made no sense in the very beginning. It made no sense. The original is always better than the copy. Repeat, the original is always better than the copy. These guys are 80% organic. 80% are organic portals. They're 100% knockoff. The number has gone up since then, but the fact still remains: these are copies. Catfish, doppelgangers. Off the back of the lorry. You know, guys, these individuals, for for all intents and purposes, these individuals are, the purpose they serve in this particular time has been severed. It's come to an end. It's been brought to an abrupt ending because their role was to be an extra. Their role was to be an extra, and they wanted to be the main lead role. This is taken from the Kipper deck. They wanted to be the main male, but there was a false person. They wanted the sudden wealth. But now they're behind bars. Because they do not amount to the value of the original, of the main male, the official person. These individuals are a deck short. They're a deck short. So, see what else comes out. We're calling them out. We're calling them out for being an imposter. Soulmate. They were their modus operandi is built on falseness. So what their plan was to befriend you, form a friendship on behest that they were your soulmate. These individuals reject themselves. They reject themselves because each person collective, each person, we have a chart, we have a chart which is our soul. Our soul writes a chart for us, a blueprint, a map for us to follow and adhere to, things that we have to accomplish, things that we have to overcome, etc., etc. These individuals said, no, I don't want my soul. I don't want my soulmate. I don't want my chart. I don't want what Father is giving me. I want what someone else has. Because we don't say we're better than them or anything like that. We just say, stick to the plan. Stick to the plan. You made the plan before you got here. Stick to the plan. Stick to the plan. But they want what you have. And in order for them to obtain it, they want to give you a false narrative, invade your space or spread rumors about you, or you know, you know, the bottom line is, collective, these individuals they're not happy with themselves. They're not happy with themselves. They're not happy with they actually. This is the thing. They look up to the people who they feel. They look up to the people to become them. Does that make sense? It's an obsession which is beyond of an obsession. You've gone from having posters on your wall to mimicking the person, and behind closed doors calling yourself that person. You're actually calling yourself that person. Now we grew out of this, you may have been a young child once a day, once upon a time. You kicked the ball against the wall, and then you said you were Dennis Bergkamp or somebody like that. I don't know. Gary Lineker. You probably looked up to that footballer, and then you pretended to be them, but you grew out of that because you knew you weren't them. You knew you weren't them, so you had your own journey. You went on your hero's journey. You know, you made some mistakes along the way. You bumped your head a few times and got some scratches on you, but you never once deviated from your path. You knew who you was intent on finding out who you really were inside yourself, but you never once would claim yourself to be another person. You'd never once claim yourself to be another person and use someone else's identity for your own. These individuals are based. They've rejected themselves. They've rejected themselves, and this is the thing. And they've rejected themselves to try and be you know, your soulmate, or your, to be your soulmate. Because when we met these individuals, we thought these individuals were they were under a false narrative. They were presenting a false narrative. They were sent in. This is information that we found out later on, is that these individuals were sent in to play a role. Granted, they were not the architect of this scheme. They were not the architect of this scheme because this is an international thing. It's an international scheme. It's a worldwide scheme. It actually goes off world. The origins of this scheme are off world. The origins of this scheme are off world. So these individuals did not wake up one day and said they were going to follow who you were collectively. They did not. This wasn't how it happened. This was a scheme that was cooked up a very long time ago by some off-world forces, dark forces, if you would. These forces built an army of clones. Shout out to George Lucas, Star Wars 2002, Episode 2, when he speaks about the attack of the clones. The attack of the clones was a group, an army that was formed that were to go up against a select group of sect, which was, in that movie, that was the Jedi. But in this case, these people are going to be people that are going to be, the people that, going forward, the future. Basically, they're all, people. The people. So this is an attack of the clones. Machines. These are machines. These individuals are machines. They're machines. So this is an assault. This is an army that has been built. This is an army that has been built. And collective, you're on the other side of that wall. You're on the other side of that wall. You're part of an army. You're a warrior. You're part of an army. So you see, here we have the 7. Bear with me, collective. Bear with me, collective. On this side here, it's very important I get this out to you, collective, in this way. Okay, you're on the other side of that wall. You're on the other side of that wall. You're not alone. This isn't 1 against 6. This is just a depiction. This is just a picture. It's a metaphor for saying, we have the higher ground. There's a we have the higher ground against these guys. These guys are they're in the underworld. They're in the underworld. They're in the underworld. You're in the overworld. You know, collective. You actually have a. You actually have jurisdiction where they are. But the point is, they don't have jurisdiction where you are. They were banished to down there. They were banished down there, and that is where they have to stay. That is where they have to stay. But they're trying to get up here. So we're defending our home. We're defending our home. We can go down there because we send them down there. We sent them down there, and we'll keep them down there. And we'll keep them down there. We sent them down there, but they're trying to get up onto the overground. Meanwhile, they were banished to the underworld, where they must stay. Where they must stay. That part of the underworld, they must stay there. But they've been trying to get out. These organic portals have been trying to get out of that underworld. You know, they've been, trying to get on. They've been trying to jump vessels. They've been trying to steal vessels, steal people's. They've been trying to steal, vessels, bodies, or what have you, or even consciousness in some cases. These individuals are banished for a reason. The reason being is because they could not be trusted and they have not been able to change. They are. That was a descriptive for you, collective. You know, this is just a call to to let you guys know that you are also part of an army, because this army was built, and war isn't always what war is. Also about information. It's also about knowledge, about knowledge, spreading knowledge, because knowledge, with knowledge, people can learn and how to do things also. But they say about you know they say that how we adapt and how we move through things is through this knowledge and through this awareness of people. Also the medicine or building, agriculture. These are all things that are formed by warriors. Believe it or not, these are things that are formed by warriors. Agriculture, medicine, sciences, you name it. It's all formed by warriors. So okay, now we have soulmate. A real soulmate is somebody who you ascend with. Somebody who's your counterpart, somebody who's your better half, somebody who gets the best out of you, somebody who when you're you know somebody who's somebody who can be there for you, who can rally you, and you kind of just bounce off each other, and that's that harmony, that's that that is that natural flair. This is what the world is about. This is what the future world is going to be built on. It's going to be built on harmony, harmonic harmony, beauty, almost like music, symphonies, birds singing, birds singing, angels sing, when two souls are brought together. When two souls are brought together, the angels sing, because it's a universal joy. A universal joy. Okay, let's get one more, collective. Let's get one more. they're controlled by an entity. Okay, Father speaks about they're a program. Father's told us that they're actually, these individuals are actually a program. You know, just what that is it's almost like when these individuals went to the underworld, they started to create. They also have a scientist too. They started to create things, and they started to create copies of everything that Father's created. So, Father's created a certain anything that has been created by Father, they will try to replicate and make a copy of it. And they started to create these artificial bodies, artificial vessels rather. Let's call it a vessel. They started to create these artificial vessels, and these vessels are controlled by an entity, which they have a pact with or something. Because this is an off-world entity. Almost in a way, they are soulless. Guys, these individuals sold out. They sold out. Collective, these individuals sold out. One of the things that has been brought to our attention is, a person who's a narcissistic, a personality, or a sociopath or psychopath. These individuals, it's a medical word or medical term for a soulless being. It's a medical term for a soulless being. And Father said, in so much in so many words, Father says that they actually origins are somewhere. They have an origin somewhere off planet. Father, off planet. Where? Pardon me. Father just speaks through me sometimes, But basically, they actually have. Okay, in simple words, they simply are a species that can be born into other family. They can be born into your family, but these species, when they come in, there's one element which is within them that is not within you, collective. They don't have that spark. They don't have that spark. They don't have that spark. So everything can look the same. They can look the same. They can feel the same. They can talk the same. But there's a spark that is missing. There's a spark that's missing. But then also there's other characteristics that Father has told us about. Father has told us that these individuals are cold in nature. They have a coldness to them. And the difference between you and them is you have a warmness to you. You're warm. And that's what they covert. Because if they were cold all the time, people would know who they are. And by that we mean that they arrive, these individuals, they're from a particular place in the fourth dimension. They're from a particular place in the astral realms. This is where they exist. This is where they call home. They're not of the third dimension. In so many words, Father created us. We could exist in the third dimension also, because He created our bodies, which were made to by Father for the third dimension also, but they created their own bodies for the third dimension. But originally, these individuals are from the fourth dimension. They're from the fourth dimension. They're a species from the fourth dimension. You, collective, you're from the higher than the fourth dimension. You're just here for your work. You're here for your work. You're here to go back home. You're here to raise the planet up to the fifth dimension and go back home. These individuals cannot go higher than fourth. They're trying to get up to the fifth dimension, seventh dimension, eighth dimension, ninth dimension, and higher. But they're not allowed because they don't have the capacity to empathize with other people. And that is where this is where you're covered, because you have the capacity. Bear with me, collective. Bear with me, collective. Okay, you have the basically you have the capacity to feel and empathize with other people. In other words, you have a capacity to know what is right and what is wrong and act accordingly. They're controlled by an entity. They're controlled by an entity which is they are an off-world. They're controlled by an entity. So these individuals are controlled by an entity. I'm just trying to trying to explain that in the best way. It's almost like there's a movie called Fallen. You guys have known about. You guys known about that. But also, it's actually a program. The entity is actually a program. It's a script. Thank you, Father. An entity is a script. It's a computer-generated program that has been coded with information to react a certain way. So, an entity that has been coded, it can be, they will study a person, they'll study you, and this entity will be created by the dark forces. This entity has been created by the dark forces to be everything that, to appear in your life and be everything which is opposed to you. So it would automatically be opposed to you based on your profile. You've been in this program, collective. Let's say you've been in this program where you have trauma that was induced. So these individuals will be built around your trauma. So there will be like human walking, talking traumas. Human walking, talking traumas. So some people will call that, they'll be specifically made to get a reaction out of you. As soon as you see them, as soon as you hear them, they supposed to get a reaction out of you. This is basically what the dark forces have come up with. They said, you know what, I'm gonna make an adversary for this person. I'm gonna make an adversary for them. So in other words, the dark forces have decided to create, if you were Superman, they've decided to create a kryptonite for you. And the color green just says there to confirm. They've decided to create some form of kryptonite. Some form of kryptonite. But collective, the reverse of the kryptonite is you understanding that this is a psyop. It's a psyop through and through. It's a psyop through and through. Bear with me, collective. Bear with me. Bear with me. Bear with me, collective. Bear with me. Thank you, collective. Thank you. Okay. Okay, let's get one more. Let's get one more card. Let's get one more card. What else card we want to see? Number 4, the Emperor. I think we may have 2 cards here. Okay, we have the Emperor. They're controlled by an entity, followed by the Emperor. So it also okay. This is also this speaks about. Okay, I believe I'm gonna get one more because the Emperor. Okay, now you're standing. Okay, let's get one from okay, your divine masculine collective, numbers 2319. Basically, sorry guys, we just had to clarify because we've been okay. So now we're speaking about they're controlled by an entity, then followed through. We have collective Father sending you a message to let you know that he's keeping his promises to you. So you're going to these individuals. Okay, Father is promising that he's going to. You're going to establish your. You're going to be. You're going to establish union with your emperor. You're going to build an empire. You're going to establish your bloodline. You're going to re-establish your bloodline. Because Father brought us here for our mission, which was to establish our families moving forward. Moving forward, we're going to establish, there's going to be families established. He's going to reclaim the planet and merge it with heaven. Hope that makes sense. He's going to reclaim the planet and merge it with heaven. So there's 2 earths. There's 2 earths. But the earth is going to split and it's going to merge. It's going to split because as it's splitting, it's merging with heaven, the heaven realms. So it's letting go of what doesn't serve anymore. So this is why you have in the 7 of Wands in this particular deck is that you have these individuals who they they want to they want to be part of the new earth, but they can't be because they've been banished to the underworld. So your emperor, your counterpart collective, shout out to the counterpart, our counterpart, your counterpart, our counterparts. We're going to be in union together because we're going to be bringing forward a new earth. A new earth. These are the heroes. We have heroes from ancient mythology. The people that you read about, they're all going to be establishing families. A new dawn, a golden generation is going to be built. A golden generation is going to be built, guys. A golden generation is going to be built. And Father's promise is he is not human. He is going to provide his promises. He's going to keep his promises for you, collectively. Okay, let's get one more. What else does Father want to see at this moment? So Father's keeping his promises for you, collective. You know, Father, in so many words, he says that, you know, you're going to continue to you're going to continue to stand tall against these individuals because he has his he has a kingdom for you. And then we have Locksmith. Locksmith, you know, this is also, you know, Father sending a message. You know, we're expecting Leather Market JMB any moment, any day soon. We're expecting them. Father saying, hold the fort, hold the fort, hold the fort, and do not confront these demons by way of even engaging in conversations with them at this moment. Hold the fort, hold the fort, stand tall. This is a message to stand your ground. If they approach you, you're going to stand your ground. You're going to stand your ground. You're going to stand your ground. You're going to stand your ground, and you're going to keep waiting. Your wish fulfillment, and the truth is going to come out. The truth is going to come out about what these individuals have been up to. So Father says, stand your ground with your home. You know, stand your ground at home. You're receiving a new home, which is your wish fulfillment. As you stand your ground, wait for him, wait for Father. The truth is coming out. The truth is coming out about what these individuals have been plotting and working on behind the scenes. So just stand your ground. And we're holding the fort. We're holding the fort, waiting for Father. We're holding the fort, waiting for Father. Let's get one more. Thank you, Father, for that message. Thank you for that message. So this is the locksmith. This is Leather Market JMB. This is the community who are they want to gain access, entry into the home. They want to gain access into the home. So you know you're gonna hold the corner. You're gonna hold the fort. You won't open the door for them because you're going to stand your ground. This is a message from Father. Thank you, Father. Let's get one more. So possibly, quite possibly, Wednesday, Leather Market will be here. If not Wednesday, then definitely by Thursday, even if they're here with law enforcement, because these individuals are going to prison. Gotta have more ahead. This one. I don't know what this one's called, but ah. These individuals are going to prison, and that's the truth. That's the truth. That's the truth. We already have an ace of swords right here. We already have an ace of swords here. These individuals are going to prison. So Father says, stand your ground. These individuals are going to prison. Stand your corner. Hold the fort. Stand your ground. So these individuals are going to prison. Let's get one more message. You know, these messages are from Father. He's letting us know that You know, Father sent a message. You know, he said, just a little while longer, just a little while longer. You know, we're just a little while longer. You know, continue to endure, continue to endure. Just a little while longer. The message was rather poetic. The message was rather poetic. You know, one or two words most, one or two words most, but it was so very poetic. These individuals erased it. They erased the message. They erased the message, but the feeling is still there. The feeling is still there because you're clairsentient, collective. You're clairsentient. The feeling is still there. They erased the words, but you can still feel the emotion. So that's that. Okay, we're going to get some more messages because we really wanted to get a variety of messages as much as we can from spirit. You know, we want to get some messages from spirit. You know, just to let us know because we're in the midst of it. We're in the midst of it right now, collective. But it's all going to diminish very soon because guess what? These individuals are going to be picked off. They're going to be picked off, and then this is where they're going. They're going to be picked off, and this is where they're going. So, so Father said, just hold on, just hold on, just hold on. Because they know what's going on. They know what's going on. So, Father says, just hold on, just hold on, just hold on, just hold on. Just continue to, continue to stand your ground. You have a new home on the way, which is going to be your wish fulfillment, and that's the truth. Okay, let's get on more. The cards are getting stuck. The cards they're getting sticky. So that is the message that individuals are not. They're holding on. Publish. You know, publish. Okay, publish. You're public. Collective. This is also about connecting. About connecting. But that one it may mean more as the time goes on. But that means publish. Continue to stand your ground and to publish. Continue to stand your ground and publish and speak out because now collective, you're in your north node. You're in your north node. This is standing your ground. You're in your purpose. You're in your purpose. You're standing in your purpose. And as you stand in your purpose, you're going to need your wish fulfillment. Your wish fulfillment is your home, your family, justice, truth, being brought to light after a difficult time, after a difficult period. The truth being brought to light. That's the Ace of Swords. Let's get one more. That's the Ace of Swords. Handler number 2 will go to prison. Okay, what art spirit? Who's handler number 2? Spirit, give me an idea. Who's handler number 2? Which one's handler number 2? Who's handler number 2? They're going to prison. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. You're going to prison. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, you're going to prison. Bear with me, they're collective. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, you're controlled by an entity. Just saying. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, you're controlled by an entity. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, you're known as handler number 2. You're going to prison. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, you're controlled by an entity. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, you're an organic portal. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, you're an organic portal that's going to prison. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, you're in prison. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Sorry, guys. I had to listen, guys. Collective. They're in prison and don't know it. They're in prison but don't know it. They do now. Handler number 2, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Being brought to an end. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Being brought to an end. Abrupt ending. On your heels. Game. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. It's game over. Let's get one more. Father spoken. He said he'll find you. When he said, they said there was one story, 6 of Cups celebration. There's one story where lady was, speaking to Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, and lady said she wanted to find God. She said, "I need to find God. I need to find God. I need to find God." You know what? The funny thing is, now I believe what she was really saying was, "I need God in my life. Like, I need to find God. Like, after what I need to find God." The implication was she needs to find God. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius said, "I'll find him. I'll find him. I'll find him." God will find you. He knows where you are. 6 of Cups. Nostalgia. Reminiscing, fondness. Reuniting with your soulmate. Your twin. Reuniting with your soul family. Your soulmate. Your twin. So Father says, continue to hold the fort. Continue to hold the fort. They're going to prison. These individuals are going to prison. Continue to hold the fort. You get your wish fulfillment. Justice is going to be served. The truth is going to be served. The truth is going to be served after a hard fought journey. After this journey has been fought against these organic portals. You're going to have received your wish fulfillment, collective. Continue to hold the fort. Locksmith. Don't let them in. Do not even keep them out. You're gonna keep, you're gonna be holding your corner. Satanic ritual abuse. These individuals have been put through satanic ritual abuse. SRA. They've been put through SRA since childhood. Six of Cups, childhood. Six of Cups, childhood. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Not picking on you, my mate, but I gotta let you know that this has to be spoken about. We understand. I'm a whistleblower. And it just so happens that you're the closest one. You were put through ritual abuse, satanic ritual abuse as a child. Somebody let you down. Somebody let you down. It's not your fault. However, the fact remains is that you've been put through this satanic ritual abuse and you've been used as a Manchurian candidate against God's children. That can't happen. That can't happen. You received this as a child. Ace of Swords. You received this as a child. You were put through SRA as a child. You were put through SRA as a child, used as a Manchurian candidate. You're used as a Manchurian candidate. They let you down. Somebody let you down, whether it was your family, or what have you. It's not really important. Somebody let you down. And they used you as a SRA, and you now are a controlled entity. You're now a controlled entity. You're now a controlled entity. You're now controlled by an entity. Let's get one more. One more. Let's get one more. Bond between you and this child. Bond between you and this child. Father keeps his promises. So Father says, the bond between you and this child. These are some of the things that are the opposite of SRA. When we're put through SRA, is that we're disconnected. We're disconnected from our parents. We're disconnected from our parents. We're disconnected from our emotions. Going forward, collective, with our children, we have to be the opposite. We have to be unlike how we were brought up. We have to be nurturing teachers, teach these children. But guess what, collective? These children are also going to be teaching us. They're going to teach the parents. They're going to be teaching the parents because these children are masters. They're masters. They're ascended beings that are here to teach us also. So we're going to learn. We're going to learn from them, and but it's going to be about something about our relationship. Our relationship with them is going to be open, and because we understand that these are ascended beings. So we're going to be treating them. They're going to be treated with the respect and love that they deserve. This is what things that we may not have received. These are things that we're going to openly give our children. There's going to be this bond between us and the children, between the children and between the children and the parents. There's going to be a bond between you and the children collective. There's going to be a bond between you and the children. This is something. This is a gift from God. This is a gift from God. God's giving us a gift that we can share. We can share. We can share our joy with our children. We can give our children joy. We can give our children joy, and also they also give us joy. It's something about the bond between you and the children collective. This is something. This is something for the collective. A gift from God. Ace of Swords, Ace of Spades. Father says that's right. Father says that's right. Are going to be our children are going to be our children. They're going to be our everything. The future is really about these children, and we're going through everything that we're going through for these children. We're going through everything for these children. So Father says, keep going, keep going, keep going. Stand in your ground because this is for them. This is for them. This is for them, and for the future is that we're you know oh you know what collective. I gotta show you this collective. The Nine of Cups here. The Nine of Cups here is is with the child here. She's with child. In this is a golden child. This is a golden child, a miracle child. This is a miracle child. This is your wish fulfillment. The bond between you and this child is something else. I affirm the bond between me and this child, the bond between you and this child is special to me. I affirm the bond between me and this child is special. Bond between you and this child is special. This is your child, collective. Look, in this particular depiction of the Nine of Cups, she's with child, and this bond between you and this child. The Ace of Spades. This is what it's all about. This is all been about. It's been about you making a way, paving the way for these miracle children to be born. Gift from God. This is a gift from God for you, collective. This is a gift from God. It's a gift from God for the collective, which also of your Four of Wands. The Four of Wands is a happy home. It's a happy, the Four of Wands is a happy home. We're gonna place this card here. This card is also the sun. This card is also the sun. This card. Okay, this Father says this. This card takes precedence. This this card is going to take precedence because this card is also going to be your royal lineage. This card is also going to be your royal lineage. You know, We're gonna go more on the satanic ritual abuse later on because it seems that that's been a part of this, a part of us eradicating, cutting out all abuse from our bloodline. Any abuse that's been in our bloodline, we're cutting this out. We're cutting this out. The abuse stops with the collective. It stops right here. The abuse stops right here. It's not going any further than here. We're stopping the abuse right now. We're stopping the abuse right now. This is what we're doing. So your future generations are going to be without this. They're going to be other. We're forming heaven on earth. Stairway to heaven. Okay, let's get some more messages from Father. Let's get some more messages. Collective, part of God's promises has been, your family. That your gift from God is includes your family. Collective, we've been sent here. We've been sent here to prepare the way for the new children to be born. We've been sent here to prepare a way for these new children to be born, for us to experience a time together on this earth plane, on earth. This is what it's about. This is what it's about. You know, our children, our children in spirit are there waiting for us. They're waiting to be born, and we're about to be reunited with them. We're about to be reunited with them. Okay, let's get one more card. We have the military. You know, we have the military rank. We have a military rank, and also the military also speaks about some of the people behind this program are usually part of the military also as well. They're usually part of the military. The military is behind this program. Okay, let's get one more. 7. Okay, let's get one more. This card keeps coming out, but what's part of the military? The military have developed. The military have developed. It's they're all synthetic. They're all synthetic. So that means the military. The military have to. The military have developed some. The military have developed synthetic programs. They're behind the program that we're in, and they're also behind the people, the perpetrators. Also, bear with me, collective. Bear with me, collective. Starting to get a little bit. It's starting to get a little bit cold. So this also speaks about these individuals are of a cold nature. They're of a cold nature, and also perhaps maybe it's the cold that's in the snow right here in this picture, which is just of the picture. So then this says also that these individuals have a particular coldness to them. Okay, after this one, guys, we're going to get some twin flame. Father says, Father says, Father says he keeps his promises. So now we have a soulmate, twin flame. This is your promise from God. It's your twin. So your twin is going to be in contact with you very, very soon. Possibly during your dream state. During your dream state, you'll be in contact with your twin. You'll be in union with your twin. Because you and your twin You're giving birth. You're giving birth to this miracle child. You and your twin are giving birth to this miracle child. Collective, you and your twin are giving birth to this miracle child. And Father keeps his promises. Numbers 23, verse 19. That takes precedence right now. This is also your royal family, your royal bloodline. You take precedence, collective. You now take precedence. This is your kings and queens. Re-establishing kings and queens. Shout out to the Anglo-Saxons, the Scots, and also the Hanoverians. You know, the House of Sussex, the House of Stuart, and the House of Hanover. We're now introducing the royal house of King David. That's right, collective. We're now reintroducing, establishing a new kingdom for the house of King David. This is Father's promise. Numbers 23, verse 19. Thank you, Father. That's Father's promise. Is that it's union. Father's promise is union. And that's the truth. Collective, Father's promise is union. Thank you to Lemuria, who just pointed out that we actually have the Four of Wands here also. We have the Four of Wands as well as the Nine of Cups, which is wish fulfillment, ultimate wish fulfillment on the day of the star, nonetheless. On the day of the star. So you're gonna be a public figure. You're gonna be a public figure, you know. This is your twin flame. This is your twin. This is your happy home. This is your new home. H. New home. H. New home. H. New home. Collective. H. New home. New home. H. New home. You have a new home. Collective. 1111. New home. Your wish fulfillment. New home. Your wish fulfillment. Nine of Cups. New home. New home. H. New home. Oh, I'm getting shivers right now, collective. I'm getting shivers right now. Shout out to Keeper with the deck, with the kipper. You know, shout out to the collective. Metal Hands, Philosophical, Jubilina, 1111. New home collective. You have a new home. Shout out to Divine We Are Rising also. New home collective. New home for collective. So, you know, continue to continue to stand firm, stand your ground, and you know, you have a wish fulfillment. That's the truth. Okay, guys, 1:38 on the clock. 1:38, which is also symbolic of major ending. I'm wondering. Let's get a card from the Game of Thrones. There's so many messages. There's so many messages. But I believe that I want to get one more message from the Game of Thrones. But I believe now, Father, there's plenty of messages here. We're looking for the Game of Thrones. The Game of Thrones. Okay, guys, we have the Game of Thrones here. What I'm going to do is give you a summary of the actual reading after we get a card from this particular deck. We're gonna get a card. We're gonna just get one card from the Game of Thrones. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, angels. Thank you, ancestors. Thank you, Tristan. Thank you to the collective. We have Tyrion Lannister, the House of Lannister. The House of Lannister. Also, our detective. Our detective. You know, these people are going to be put behind bars. Tyrion Lannister also is, the detective, which is also your counterpart. Your counterpart will be in contact with you. You're going to hear from your counterpart either in your dream state. You're going to see them. You're going to speak with them. You're in contact with them. But also, this means that your counterpart is sending you messages. Sending you messages that these individuals, this is your wish fulfillment. This is your wish fulfillment. Thank you, counterpart. Our counterpart is sending us messages. So now our counterpart is here. Your counterpart the logical, the brain, the other half. The one that you do this for. The one that you do this for. The one that drives you forward. The one that drives you forward, collective. Your counterpart is with you, will be with you. You want to hear from them. Your counterpart is, your soulmate. As we're speaking through your soulmate, your counterpart has been speaking through your twin. Your counterpart has been speaking through bond between you and this child. Your counterpart, your Four of Wands. Your counterpart, your Nine of Cups. Your counterpart, your truth. This is who you do it for, collective. This is who you do it for, collective. Thank you for joining us for this reading. Shout out to Keeper of the Keys, Philosophical and Metal and pardon me. Shout out to Juby. Divine We Are Rising also. And just the collective that has been encouraging each other along the way. Also we've been, encouraging us throughout the way, throughout the journey. really, you know, but these individuals are okay. These individuals are being apprehended, and the thing is, here, collective, you know, Father says, continue to stand your ground. Your Four of Cups, your new home, your wish fulfillment is here after a hard fought victory, and also Father says, Numbers 23 verse 19 is, I am not human. I, Father keeps his promises. That has been the message of the day. So shout out to the collective once more, and thank you for joining us. And until tomorrow, thank you, love you, and God bless.
The heart is a blue, shoots up through the stony ground. There's no room, no space to rent in this town. You're out of luck, and the reason that you had to care, the traffic stopped, and you're not moving anywhere. You thought you found a friend to take you out of this place, someone you could lend a hand, return for grace. It's a beautiful day. It's a beautiful day. To make it away on the road. But you got no destination in the world. It raise our imagination, love in the style. Even if it doesn't come true, you've been all over, and it's been all over you. It's a beautiful day. To live your way. It's a beautiful day. Touch you. Take me to that other place. Touch you. No, I love those graves. See the world in green and blue. See China right in front of you. See the canyons broken by cloud. See the children feet in the sea. See the and fires up round. See what feels in first light. See the world leaving out now. After the flood, all the girls came out. It was a beautiful